Maybe they can and the Kiki's here. I feel about this one. Friday 716, your boy Big Frank. What it is? What's up? That's Nick Cannon, Future Kiki Cheer. No weapon, okay? I forgot they did any.
I didn't know Nick Cannon was that. Shit, that boy is multifaceted.
Listen, okay, he's somebody out here, okay? He may not be the most,
He must the protected father when it comes to children, but he out here making music. Gospel tracks and everything.
It's good to be back in the building.
It's good to have you back, bro.
Watching from afar was decent, but definitely being in the room and being present. How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm just like basking in everything that God has done in the last week. Like, testimony is coming, y'all, I promise. I'm just trying to get one last piece of it together, and then I'm going to drop the full testimony. But, like, just basking and just wow, God.
No, fact.
Like, that's where I'm at.
I believe, listen, Sunday.
Yeah, you was in a different place on Sunday. Like,
okay. Because, you get behind the scenes here. Because Sunday was all God. And I'm going to tell you why it was all God. Because I knew I was talking about position. I knew I was going to talk about the blood and the power of the blood. But legit, during the service, you guys had already really preached the message. And it was just a fresh deposit. And I said, say less. Like I told you, I was in the back fixing Felix Jr., but it is a fixed fight. I just said, Lord. But no, you the problem, okay?
Why am I the problem?
Because you wanted to set the flame, okay? Like, I say this for Sunday. Mind you guys, I haven't been here since Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so this is my Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday, when you prayed, set the flame. Then when we got into the exhorter, who just kept the flame lit, I forgot that praise and worship has not happened.
Right.
Like the way that we were flowing and going, and then praise and worship went to another level too. I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I want to be. Okay.
Yeah, okay. It was.
No, definitely.
I just remember praise and worship, and all I remember is my feet got light. And then when I came back to myself, the church was up, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, here we go.
Listen, it's not supposed to be. Listen, it's going down this morning. Listen, I talk about church. Make sure you guys prepare yourself for Let's Be a Lady Conference going down April 21st to 23rd, 2022. Purified by Faith, 7 p.m. nightly. Then on Saturday, April 23rd, there's a purification clinic by Bishop and Dr. Styles. That's $25. You can cash that $ Lady Band BI7. I didn't say that right. $ Lady Bandy 7, Covenant of Grace, New York, 4600 Union Road, Cheektowaga, New York. Make sure you avail yourself for that. That's coming up. We got so much more for you. Listen, we're going to take a look at traffic in the short. We'll be right back here on Fire 716 Big Frank in the morning.
Listen. Good morning, Courtney. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I was rewriting some notes because my handwriting is terrible. And yeah. What's good, everybody? Everybody like, join, and share. Join us on YouTube and subscribe.
How y'all feeling this morning? We get back to getting Big Girl Chronicles. This is why I need my folder now. See it. I don't get y'all some freaks this morning.
What did they say?
What?
You said what?
Hey, my folder.
Oh.
These are things that you gotta say. How y'all feeling this morning? Back like cook crack in the back of the caddy, Addy?
Yeah, what he said. We're trying to make sure we're doing all the shares and things and shares. Hey.
Whoa.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We got 5 people on. Stop in and say good morning.
Good morning. I'm trying to get this real quick. Stay away from the 198 like that. So far.
Okay.
Can I hear you?
How's everybody feeling this morning?
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure something out on the fly here. So I'm gonna do it. Six, 855, 7449. Not a problem.
Street, a multi-vehicle injury accident still blocks the left and center lanes just before Elm Street, and traffic is at a standstill at the 90 merge and up at Ogden and Seneca Street this morning, so barely moving through there. Also, we have got a house fire on East Lovejoy Street between Bailey Avenue and Green Street. Avoid Bailey between East Lovejoy and Ludington Street. That is at a crawl. They likely have their fire hoses across Bailey Avenue. The 90 East now slows on and off from the 400 up to the 33. The 290 East slows before Main Street. to the 90 west, inbound 3300 speed from Eggert to the 198, and the 190 south slows briefly at Ontario and Amherst Street. With your NFTA traffic and transit update, I'm Dave Macy.
I was trying to get that together for a minute, but I got it now.
Gotcha.
When we get back, y'all, we get the Big Girl Chronicles.
I don't know if that's safe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It was, I had to say, it was down here.
There you go. I was like, I don't think that's safe for you to eat, bro. That's been here for a little while.
Like, what we got going on here? So,
Good morning, Tesh.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I pray all is well. Pray well is all. But I get into the conversation. BGC in about 3 minutes or so. Hope you feeling good this morning? Hope you feeling all right?
Yeah, BGC is hey Mia. Oh, she said welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Like Cook crack in the back of the Cadillac. Sorry.
Morning. We like dog legit. We did miss you though. Like I missed you as dang, my brother is not here. But then I missed you on a level like, yo, my brother really talks a lot on this show. So carrying, trying to make sure there's no gaps in the conversation.
Uh-huh.
I was like, yo, I miss him so much right now. Because legit, being the person that's initiating the conversation, I was just like, wow. Okay, so he has to talk a lot.
I did real good. I was more tapped in on Monday than Tuesday. Tuesday I was a little frustrated with my travel situation.
Yeah.
I wanted to be home, but Monday I did an excellent job. I said, okay. Boy, Kevin held down the board. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Kev on air.
Kev on air.
Came up with a name and everything.
Facts.
I was like, yo, so I need to engage more. Because Frank, he be talking. And I just said like. She said say like one more time. Like. But yeah.
It's funny, I used to do that on radio all the time. I used to like a lot.
You either get likes or ums. It's one of them two.
Right.
Just
Okay, me being nosy, prayer and workout complete. Let's start today. Okay, Lady M, I see you out here in these streets.
You better be working out. I am slipping on my pepper.
Listen, I need to.
But I'm actively detoxing. Drinking the detox teas, trying to drink more water. So going through bottles of water a day. But yeah, that workout thing ain't gonna happen till school is over. But I'm just being honest. My schedule will not permit it.
Yeah, I might have to give you a little morning home regimen just to start somewhere, okay? At least a sit up or something, okay?
One sit up?
A sit up, okay? At least I can say I completed a full motion exercise routine or something.
She said I'm gonna be outside in summer, period. Listen.
No facts.
This is my last summer of freedom before the official announcement. But it's my last season, my last summer of freedom.
I am you ready to go Big Girl Chronicles. I'm gonna cut me off, y'all, but it's the rich you gotta take. Jay Shree, it's on you.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles, and not only am I excited that Big Frank is back in the building, but listen, I want to talk about forgiveness doesn't mean access. So let me explain, because there's always a story. So I had a recent situation where I had to forgive somebody as God tells us to do,
Mm-hmm.
70 times 7. I had to forgive somebody, but because I forgave them, they thought they had re-entry back into my life and access back into my life. And I had to basically explain, like, just because there's a forgiveness there, that doesn't mean that you automatically get the access that you had before. Oftentimes, when you mistreat people, there's a consequence to it, and you cannot expect them to allow you to come back into your life after you just violated their trust, you hurt them, you damaged them, or anything of that nature. Yes, we are to forgive because that is the healthiest thing to do, whether it's natural or spiritual, because unforgiveness produces sickness. But at the end of the day, just because you forgive somebody, that doesn't mean that that person has access to the position that they were or current access in your life now. And you have to be okay with forgiving people, but still cutting off the access to yourself. It's actually a form of self-care when you do it properly and not vengefully. Because there's a whole nother segment to that. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I just want to admonish you to understand that it's okay to forgive, but deny access.
Facts.
Because you're beautiful. You're intelligent. And you're graceful.
Facts.
You a big girl.
You're what?
You a big girl. You're a big girl.
It's a real thing. He's gonna let you go, then I'll let you in. Okay?
Listen.
That's the real thing. I'll let you
That'll
go.
preach yourself.
No, listen, guys, stay locked in. It's going down. It's Big Frank in the morning. My home with Jinx. When we get back, the question of the day. Y'all ready for this? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Am I ready for this?
The question of the day is, why do men or women hold on to people they don't want relationships with?
Let's talk about it. It's going down. 5716. Big Frank in the morning. Coming up, we got Adele. Crisscross make you want to jump. And our boy Donnie in the building. Right on fire. 716 Big Frank in the morning.
Morning, Erica. Morning, Dark Knight.
What it is, folks? What's up? How y'all feeling?
What's going zones and things.
Right.
You know the camera's still on me, right?
It'd be like that.
Okay.
Letting you guys know, off grip. Nothing. Nothing at all.
We are working on the Little W ice cream challenge.
Okay.
So Kev on air, he got 2 flavors.
Okay.
I gotta go to the grocery store at some point this weekend, so I'm gonna look for more flavors.
Yeah. He got, what did he get? Honey bun?
He got honey bun and the nutter butter. Nutty butter.
I need a cheesecake shortcake.
So yeah, we need cheesecake, the oatmeal cream pie, the cosmic brownie.
Yeah.
And it's like the strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, that's one I want to try.
Yeah. We got camera angles, man. Look at there. Frank growing us up out here in these streets with these angles.
Well, let me see if I can grab the money back there real quick. Real quick though, the reason why, I know why. Why do men or women hold on to people they don't want relationships with? Because it's good to know, watch the word you use, what I have access to. You know what I mean? I want to access it.
Morning, Ann.
But there's an angle to, I want to know how much access I still have to you. That's just what it is. I just want to know. Yeah.
I think ideally that's the most selfish mind frame to have. So it's become, and this is not personally happening to me. So I need all the people who love me to not be looking for folk. But I think it's really selfish to basically have somebody in your life that you will never have a relationship with. It's like, you put them in the friend zone. You put, that's my friend, but deep down inside, this person wants a relationship with you, but you won't do the relationship, but you won't let them go. I don't get it.
It's all selfish because sometimes a person provides certain things, but it can be two-tone, okay? Some men are just in their dog phase, and they let you to the table, but they don't want to bring you through that kind of hell because they know they're not finished doing what they're doing. That doesn't exist, okay? Very rare, but it's a real thing. That I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. Right now, I'm not settling. I'm not sitting. I'm out here being the dog, okay? I'm out here being loose. laying with whatever. But I do love your conversation. I do love that. But I wouldn't want to put you in the category of relation with me at this point because it's just not smart. I don't want to show that, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is that we like you just for what they offer. You might have good conversation, but you may not physically look appealing to it. You may be good to hang out with, to talk to, and look good to be around, but your mindset is limited, and I don't see myself with you long term. So men, you might just be you talk about a good time person. You only good for having fun and good times and good laughter, but outside that, I really don't see you. I don't see you.
Because, like, I think even with those scenarios, except for the good time, because from what I have had experience with men, when you are meant to be the good time girl, they'll kind of let you know. But the other two scenarios is, if that's the case, if you a dog and you want to keep barking all over the place, then why be jealous when that person that you don't want a relationship with starts talking to somebody else, and then you try, okay, well, let me go back and try to pull the reins in a little bit.
Because you interrupt my access point. The fact that you don't have anybody gives me access to you. But the moment that you start talking to somebody else, you now take the risk of me losing access to the party that I love about you, or I like about you, or that I get from you. So now you're disturbing my flow with you. So now, though I'll be having a conversation, our dialogue is fire, but you like me, but I don't see you. Like, we're not going there like that. When somebody comes in, you now take away my talk time.
Morning, V.
You take away my talk time. You take away my accessibility to the vibe that we do create when we do talk.
That is so selfish. That is so selfish. So, Randy, if you're just joining in, the question of the day is, why do men or women hold on to people they don't want relationships with? Frank said, a guy could, be in his dog phase and be like, listen, you really don't want this noise because I'm out here being a dog and I don't want to hurt you. Or, you could not be facially appealing, but there's attributes about you that, I like, so I want to keep that around. Or, you're a good time person. Like, that's your role. I have a good time with you, and that's about it. On all points, I said it was selfish. But I have seen this more often than not. It's more with men than women, but and I'm gonna go into the women portion of it either because we're not just gonna be man bashing today. More often than not with men, the jealousy factor, okay, well, if I'm just your friend, I'm gonna start talking to somebody else, and when they start talking about the person that don't even want them in a relationship, be like, start calling more, start texting more, let's go to the movies, let's go out to eat, bro, you don't want me, you don't want a relationship, but gets super and ignorantly jealous, and I just be like, how are you this jealous and you don't even want a relationship with her?
Because sometimes, and I'm not talking, I'm married, I'm out the game. Because sometimes we just want, we want the benefits of conversation, engagement without having the title or the restrictions of it. Because when you depending, every relationship is different. Some of y'all open and are down for whatever. But the majority of people, once you commit to the relationship, it's a different responsibility. And everybody's not ready. I'm not down for that yet. I'm not. I like talking to you, like rocking with you, but I mean, I'm still out here. I got a few situations.
Because I think from I'm speaking as Jessica,
yes.
Not as all women, because I don't want people to be like, because I'm really not that type of person. But I remember, I'm not the type of person now. Because when I actually, there was a situation a long, long time ago, that this guy really wanted to date me, but I did not want to date him. I was just like, you are a really nice guy, and we could be really amazing friends. But I just don't see myself in a relationship with you. And he tried to do everything, but I in deep down, I knew it would have never worked because he was not strong enough to deal with my personality, so he would have been a yes man, and that would have irked my life, and I would have broke up with him because it was dang, you ain't got an opinion about nothing, So like he was really, really, I just really feel like we can make this work. And I friend zoned him.
Mm-hmm.
But when he started dating somebody, I was like, wait, what? What? I was like, he's like, yeah, I kind of met somebody, and she's really sweet. And I was just like, oh, so okay, like. I was like, oh, okay, so that happened quick. Like you got over me real quick. And I said it as a joke, but it influenced. Like he was just like, well, I didn't know there was still a chance for us, and that's the reason why I started talking to her. And even though, like, for about 20 seconds, I was a little bit jealous, the fact that he was willing to almost cut this girl off in conversation for the almost opportunity for me, I was like, this. If I was really mean, I could have manipulated the situation. Yeah. Like, oh, okay, well, I don't feel comfortable with her around, and he would have cut her off. Like,
when you want what you want, no means no. I hear you. No, in other contexts.
Yes.
But your
conversational pieces.
Yeah, your no without a strong dismissal. It's just a challenging yes. It's just it's just a moment where it's like, all right, you said no, you still talking to me, so there's still a chance. So it's still something somewhere. All right. That's why you gotta be careful. Sometimes you gotta cut the whole conversation piece off because all you need is a window on the glimpse. And you know what I thought about Kanye. All you need is a window and a glimpse of a possibility that you can get what you want, and you're gonna still do it. Like I said, the whole hey, good morning, big head text or the random birthday, it just wanted to know if I still got access to you. And if you reply, lets me know that I still have access to you. You be like, oh, it mean nothing. No, that's what you say for yourself. But to the person that sent it, it is a text of the access point. Oh yeah, she's gonna talk to me. He may not say nothing else. You might talk to him that day. Don't say nothing else for another 3 months, 2 months, but he'll text you again. If you reply, so got access. So
it's like a game.
Mm-hmm. Definitely
a game of how long do I have access before she gets sick of me.
Mm-hmm. And as long as you keep it against the phone, like one situation kept giving him access after access, even in the relationship with all accesses. All right. Then it disturbs the whole flow what you got currently. Things gotta change. You gotta cut them off. But that's why we do it.
Wow. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, I mean, to the fact that like people can be. I would prefer people to be honest and just be like, there's things about you that I don't want to lose. Mm-hmm. But like at the same time, like I said, with old boy in the situation, like it took me saying to him, like, dude, you need to pursue this. Like, if she likes you and you like her, like, well, I still have. You need to pursue this because at the end of the day, I don't see myself with you. Mm-hmm. And the girl that he ended up linking up with, she was nice in the beginning. Like, because he did call me at one point. He's like, I need your advice on something. Mm-hmm. But she was nice in the beginning, but she saw how nice he was, mm-hmm. and she kind of ran over him. Mm-hmm. And basically what I would have did if we were together. And he's like, I don't know if I should stay. And I kind of, I like her. I'm like, dude, you might want to just let this one go. And he ended up with a very nice girl. Mm-hmm. Like, I think he's engaged now. But I was just, nah, bruh. It's just, I know I would never respect you in a relationship.
But they already respect me because he's nice and he's sensitive like that.
No, it's not the fact that he's nice and he's sensitive. At some point, I don't want to be the man in the relationship doing all the leading. And like I said, for him, it was like a yes. Like even stuff I could see him seriously uncomfortable with, he would still say yes.
Because he want to play. Listen, he want to be.
Let's fight about it.
Let's fight about it. I guess I can do this one next. Hey, I got something to do this morning. Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. That was Calico Dance with you. All right, here on Fire 716. You're listening to Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up? I pray all's well with you. Getting into the question of the day. Huh?
Yes.
All right. Why is it? Why do men or women hold on to people they don't want relationships with? Okay. Now, I gave my point of view as the fact that they just want to know if they have access or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here I go starting mess. All right. Because, sometimes the big head taxes want to know if I can still associate with you or that I like the things about you that wants me to be connected to you, but other than about you, I just don't rock with. It's just real life. But that provoked a storyline.
Yeah.
With my sister because there was a young man.
Yes.
Who
was actively pursuing.
Actively pursuing her. And
I didn't want him.
She didn't want him because she felt like she would run over him. He was a nice guy. He was like a
He was a yes man. Like it was okay. So here's the story. So like he really actively pursued me. It was just whatever you want, but there was no leadership. There was like no take. Oh my God, it's everything. And because of that, I was repelled from him. Like I just did not want a relationship. And a young lady came around and he was like, hey, I met this girl, I kind of like her. And for like 20 seconds, I was a little jealous, like, oh, you got over me real quick. Mm-hmm. But he saw the 20 seconds. It was willing to cut it off with this girl. Over the 20 seconds. And I was just like, dude, pursue her because it's not going to happen with us. And for me, I need a guy with a strong, not an abusive man, but like, because there's a difference. They're like, I want a strong man, somebody choke me up and tell me, calm down. That's not me. You choke me up, you're going to die. But like, the ability to lead and have that role is something that's very important to me. And because of my previous lifestyle where I was the man in a lot of relationships, the fact that I had to be the man in this one turned me off.
Yeah.
And then, it provoked Frank like, but he just because he's soft spoken.
If that man, he want to please this woman. He want to make sure that she's satisfied. Whatever you want, I got for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to take care of you. You know what I mean? Don't knock my boy for being, whatever you want, I got you.
But not at the sacrifice of who you are.
Man,
because I could have asked this man to do anything and he would have done it at the sacrifice of his own self.
You would have nothing. You wouldn't have wanted for nothing.
But he would have secretly despised me and hated me.
Not necessarily, because let me have it real quick. Because sometimes certain men, guys, it brings me pleasure to please you. Not necessarily always romantically, but I get the enjoyment of seeing a woman that I've been fighting for, going for, getting what she needs and desire.
But not at the detriment of who you are or your soul. Because at the time he was a man of God. If I had said, babe, let's get drunk and smoke weed, he would have did it and compromised his relationship with God just to make me happy. When it comes to the point that you put something over God, like that's a dub.
It's a song that we're like, I would give you the world, baby girl. You ain't gotta be perfect. But something you worthy. No, definitely. I think there has to be definitely a balance between pleasing that person or not. But back to the question of the day is because some men just, they do want to satisfy their woman. And sometimes that's extreme and sometimes it's not always the best. Sometimes the woman is kind of crazy. It can be manipulative. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
But my question though, why? I talk about the men's side. Mm-hmm. But why do women hold on to men that they don't want a relationship with?
If I can be frank, because they don't want to be lonely. I'm not speaking for all women. I'm just giving a perspective of women because I don't want women coming for me on Facebook or YouTube. But it's for me, I think it's more of a lonely emotional situation. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want him, but I don't want to be by myself.
Yeah.
So we can go to the movies.
Yeah, we go to the movie, hold hands.
We can like,
I
I even sit on the couch with you and cuddle up, but
I can talk to me all night long and still go talk to somebody else. You trifling.
but I think it's that aspect of wanting the convenience and the benefits of a relationship, but not with that person, because it's like I want to cuddle, but I don't want to cuddle with somebody that's gonna make me smash. So this person ain't gonna make me smash. They gonna appreciate the cuddle. So let's go cuddle.
But then get mad at the smasher that comes. Whoa, who this clown that's here now that's giving you smash up, man?
Right.
I've been a good guy. Listen, he did a dirty in long run. I'm not saying that's proper, but whatever.
Yeah.
But what I had to do though, I had to start giving that person access. They came with the same access call. Denied. Not so. Listen, it's going down this morning. But big friend, listen. Make sure you check out. Listen, I know how y'all feel, but say less. All right. So, Results Marketing Enterprise presents every Thursday Pros and Poor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just didn't know the way I looked at it. So I process it in a
Yeah.
different kind of way. But Pros and Poor, a professional mixer, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. food and drink special. You can also take a Solar Live podcast at Janae Sequoia Soul Food Cuisine, 1633 Hurdle Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 716-444-1063. That's going down every Thursday. So for those who want to get out there marketing and meet some people, just have a good conversation and get out there every Thursday. Pros and Poor at Janae Sequoia. It's going down. I'll holler at y'all. We'll be back with some hot topics right here on 5716 Big Frank in the morning.
So for those on our viewing audience, why do you guys think that men and women hold on to relationships? Hold on to people they don't want relationships with. Let us know. Let us know what your thoughts are, because I think for women it's more an emotional thing. Because like we are naturally born
killers, absolutely.
You are ignorant. We are naturally affectionate people.
Unless
you're a sociopath, but that's a whole different situation. But and you don't want to be alone. Like sometimes you just want the benefits of that person without wanting the obligation of the relationship, because that doesn't. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, women be like, "Oh, I didn't know this wasn't gonna work." Some of us know that it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Like we just know. Like from the beginning to the end. In the middle, side streets, we knew it wasn't gonna work, but we didn't want to hurt your feelings. So,
stringing us along.
I mean, in some cases, some women have strong men along. I personally am very direct, so I don't want no misunderstandings. I'm not gonna cuddle with somebody that I'm not dating.
Yeah,
that's just not. You are not gonna see that side of me, because you don't have the right to see the affection inside you. So I'm not gonna allow you to access. So if we cuddling, we probably did. But I've been single for a minute. I'm not gonna be out here just cuddling up. Like I'm not. So if you've made it to cuddle space, it's probably because we're really dating.
Some people are just good at I'm trying to put myself. Some people are good at just getting people to open up. They just provide an atmosphere where some people just feel comfortable, giving of themselves, and they find themselves cuddling day one. Then it'll be something else. But no, get away from these people.
Yeah.
Get away from folks. I just think that people it's selfish reasons to string people along. And some people just don't know how to let go.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm not good. This sounds so cheesy. At goodbyes. Just not. Because in this old life, I rarely say bye. Most of the time I say, I'll be right back. I'll see y'all later and just never return.
You hit a talk to you later. You don't say bye on the phone. You're like, all right, talk to you later.
I really don't. I really don't. Because I know it's crazy. I just with my family. I'll be back knowing this is it. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. But I'll be back one day. Not today.
One glad morning. This life is over.
But never really was the best at saying goodbye. So I would just have to cut people off for the safety of my soul. Just, all right. So where you been? I'm just I think I did one phone call to a set of friends. I first got into ministry. I said, listen, y'all, I'm gonna be gone for a minute. Just I was downtown Buffalo, sitting on the statue. It just do its own thing. It just be cut up, so I just don't be like I do see you later all the time. All right, y'all, let y'all. All right.
If you give me an exit, I'm gonna leave. Like, because if I have been like debating on how to disconnect with you, and I see the exit, I'm taking it every time. Like every single time. Like they're like, she disappeared. I saw the exit. Like I saw the way that it's not gonna make me look bad, and you're not gonna hate me. And if you show up to church, you're gonna allow me to pray for you.
Fact.
So I take the exit, and I have ghosted people that still don't know that I've ghosted them. They just haven't seen me in years.
Like, we might get into our hot topics.
They're like, oh, we just haven't seen her in a few years. I legitimately ghosted you. Like,
long time no see, and this was a mistake even.
Right, like we wasn't meant to see each other. This kind of just happened. So
no,
I'm gonna make that clear when you don't see me for another 5 years.
Right.
Because I had that situation, and I was like mad at God for like 10 seconds because like God told me to text this person and minister to them, and I was like, I legitimately haven't talked to this person in like 6 years.
Yeah.
Because I ghosted them, and the first thing they texted back was, I received the word of the Lord, but oh my God, it's been so long. How have you been wanting to reconnect in conversation? And I was like, all is well. Happy you got what you needed. It took the exit because I was like, no. And I know, like, in theory, it was probably like, oh, well, maybe she's busy. You know, we know she got a lot going on. They still are not aware that I ghosted them.
It'd be like, listen.
It's like, oh, next time you come here, stop by and say hello. I'm not going to.
I have no intention.
None.
On saying a thing.
But I promise you, if we are in the same state, I'm doing everything possible not to go to areas where
fact. I'm not coming to see you. I'm not pulling up. I'm just not. All right, I might tell you that I might, but I know.
I'm not going to even tell you that. Oh. Is it break?
No. I can't wait for the next spot. I'm gonna do a round table.
Yeah.
Instead of
because like there's cities that I'll go to, and I'll post pictures after I leave. And it was, I didn't know you was here. I did that on purpose.
I had a friend of mine who used to, I hate Facebook giving people a notification that I was in the city. Man, yeah, Facebook told me you was in. What?
That's why I turned off my location device.
No, I'd be lost sometimes.
Oh, yeah, no. As soon as I get to where I'm at, I turn my location off. You will not know I'm where I am, because you ain't blowing up my phone. Like that's a dub.
Yeah, you blow my phone up. I just look at it. I mean, that's legal.
Facebook did that one time. I was like, oh, turn this off. This ain't never happening again.
Oh, I did that wrong. 57164 Big Frank. I came to Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up? Listen, getting ready to get into the hot topics real quick because it's hot topics.
It's hot topic time.
So, I'm gonna do one of them. I'm gonna do last because you already know.
Yeah.
That's the trigger. So, let us know. The Anchorman movie star David Kozier is charged with the DUI. What I realize is that people are famous, but life is just real. You know what I mean? It's I think that, I don't know how I got here real quick. I think that sometimes we project because people are famous or they have been in movies or done things as if their life isn't daily living. Like they still sip on scissor.
Yeah.
They still do this. And I'm not giving him an excuse for his behavior or anything like that. But what I will say is that I'm learning that money or fame doesn't eliminate you from real life issues.
Right. And like what made the story kind of like funny but crappy at the same time was not only was he charged with it, but like the car, because he was like apparently he hit something before the whole DUI situation. They like took a picture of his car where the dent is and like publicized it on here. It was like, this is probably where he did this. Like, and he was pumping gas. He was doing normal people things. But they advertised his car and the damage from where the incident happened. So it brought more publicity to the actual situation. But I wasn't surprised when I saw the story because he looked like, he drank. But it was the fact that they made it more popular because they advertised what his car looked like while he was pumping gas. Like some secret person took the picture and made it go viral.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A 20-year-old student was shot another.
Yes.
At a South Carolina middle school.
Yeah, so the names have not been released because he's 12 years old and minor, but apparently it was an accident. But it poses a lot of questions to why did you have a weapon at school? Was it really an accident?
Right.
Was it an altercation that went badly? Yeah.
Because even recently, somebody posted a video where somebody was playing, the girl jumped on this guy's back, and he was like, oh, get off and play around, and a gun with an extender on it fell out his book bag. Like, come on, he didn't shoot nobody got shot, but it's like, yo, you gotta bring metal detectors back into the school.
I mean, my question was, when did they leave? Because I remember going through metal detectors in when I went to a public high school. Private, we ain't do all that. But
all right, here we go. So Bill Maher,
Bill Maher
comes for Jada.
Yes, he does. So basically, I'm pulling it up. Bill Maher said, he said, just put on an effing wig like everybody else at the hashtag Oscars if it bothers you so much. That's what he said to Jada. Just put on an effing wig like everybody else. Morning, Keita.
Morning. And then Jada finally speaks out.
Jada speaks out and says, oh, Lord. And this made me not like her. Jada Pinkett says she wishes Will Smith did not slap Chris Rock. I am not a woman who needs protecting.
Toxic trait. And you know what? You know what's crazy about this is all the women, oh my God, you a man like Will to protect you. She doesn't even want him. She doesn't even want the man.
She literally came out and made her husband look worse by saying, I am not a woman who needs protecting. And it also adds on because the more information on this situation after she comes out with this, August says that he has a 6-book deal coming out. A 6-figure book deal.
Gotcha.
A 6-figure book deal talking about the entanglement. So he's doing a tell-all. And sexual details. Like he said, he's giving sexual details. So at this point, Jada ain't got no defense.
What's that song? I'm just thinking all weekend. We can go back like Will and no. Choose somebody else.
So the fact that Jada said that really makes
I understand the idea and the ideology, and I say everybody, oh my God, I don't need a man to protect me. I don't need a man to protect me. You know what, child? Be single. Be by yourself and do what you want to do. I understand that. I want to accustom myself to social norms. I can hear these random conversations. I got you. If I were Smith of the Will, I will I am myself somewhere else.
But on their red table, it said bad marriage for life.
Well, number one, you're done for that. You dumb. To open up for better or for worse, to death do us part. Death may be coming sooner than you think. But for me to remain here All right, and the problem here is that it's not only be happening between us.
Mm-hmm.
Between us is different.
Yeah.
But the fact that the world is here, that every time I go out, I have to be addressed. You are now, my life is becoming miserable for the actions that I've done, didn't do, things you've done. And I think this is a prime example of two becoming one. And I'm gonna say this like this because what Jada does affects Will. What Will does affects Jada.
Right.
And the presentation of the two, they're no longer separate. There's always going to be Will and Jada.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be a conversation entanglement.
Right.
Or not a slap. But watch it. The actions of Will brought up back the entanglement with Jada.
Right.
And all this. So it's just like.
At some point, like, but here's a hard question.
Yeah.
Who's really wrong?
Yeah.
Is Will wrong for staying? Or is Jada wrong for being toxic? Because she obviously had this toxicity before they got together.
Mm-hmm.
So you signed up for the toxicity. So, I mean, at this point, at this present stage, who's really wrong? Because Jada is being who she is. Is it wrong that Will's just choosing to stay? Or is it wrong that Jada just keeps being who she is?
I'll disagree. And I disagree to this. I believe that Jada wasn't always this way. I believe that there may have been certain characteristics and things, but I say this all the time, and people don't agree. As you evolve, you change. After she gave birth to her child, she changed. The second child, she changed it. Different points of views. The things are happening. Success is happening, but also with success comes abandonment. There are certain factors that come into play, and now that you want to self-heal, you may be more confident to talk about certain things that are happening more so now. The Red Table Talk, of course, has been an open forum, but it became very messy. And I just think that they both changed over time. This is life. And when you get married, you'll realize that about your partner if y'all can make it past 5 years. That, you're changing into somebody who I am today is not who I'm going to be 5 years from now.
Right.
There'll be similar characteristics, but that's what we got to talk about. Listen, when we get back, we'll get more into this, and then we get into our local news. But listen, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and get those behind the scenes conversation. Listen, it's going down this morning right here on fire. 716 Big Frank in the morning. But I think that yeah, but it's
because like I don't think the reason why I asked is because like Will obviously has never been as vocal as he is now, and it's just like, well, there was things about her that I saw before, but I loved her. I wanted to be her piece. So, but it's like if you saw that before, but you saw the toxic trait, but you made the decision. Hey, I just want to love her. I want to be there with it. But now I feel like Will is speaking out more because he's starting to have more animosity towards her without saying I have animosity.
No, and that's because I have a different point of view of that. Number one, I think love is blind. That's a real thing. Meaning that love covers a multitude of sin. Because I love you, I'm willing to accept things about you. Period. Because no one's perfect. Nobody has it together. I also believe that the moment, I had to be her piece was a statement, but then he realized that, it's not a responsibility to make her happy. So then through my process of discovery, I realized, listen, if you're not happy alone by yourself, no matter what I do, you're not going to be okay. But I do love you. And love is love. And biblically, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. The Bible says, love your wife like Christ loved the church. And the church has been trifling, foul, nasty, disgusting, toxic behavior, and still they remain. So I understand that biblically. As a person that don't necessarily agree with it, but it's like, just like she got positive and negative, he has positive and negative, and they've decided to work through them whatever. The challenge that they have is the public eye and the public opinion. Because if I got beef with my wife in my house, we can work this out. We can have dialogue and talk and figure this out through all the ups and downs. Mm-hmm. And the only people you might have to fight with is the family that you wouldn't go run to about me.
Right.
Because they keep seeing me, now they see me as evil all the time. But what y'all did was y'all took your dirt, put it on the table for the world to see. Y'all can't work this out at the table for the world to see. The proper way to do this is to work this out behind closed doors.
Morning, Julian.
We're in a good spot. Now we can go ahead and put it on for the people to see. And they could have.
Right.
Like I told you, we could be catching the back end of something. I believe August situation will expose long before
it actually became
public.
Because they kind of geared it towards that in the Red Table Talk. But at the same time, like I guess for me, watching, just being a watcher by nature, Will Smith's look has changed, like physically, to the point that he doesn't look happy anymore. And it's like, you know, we're used to see like the joy on his face with Jada and the pictures. He had that man glow. I call it man glow. Yeah. He had that man glow, like how you look when you got married. You just happy. He doesn't have that anymore. Like when I see Will Smith, all I see is the depression all over his body.
Because you have to understand that Will Smith, I don't know how long it took him to produce King Richard, but mind you that King Richard has challenged him as a man doing this role.
But he looked different before King Richard.
But the question is, how long has he been working? I mean, how long have you been working on this? Because COVID has happened 2 years, 3 years. Like, how long you got to work on the project? Because this is what he said during the award situation, that the way that King Richard just operated and did things made him challenge himself. Like it was a looking in the mirror self-challenge, which means that there's discovery, there's involvement, there's things that's happening to me. It's like, yo, Dad.
Yeah.
This is really a hard place for me, this role. But also, what Hollywood, and then there are people who get over Hollywood. I'm over putting on for you guys. So at some point, it's like, for 20 years, I've been putting on for y'all. 30 years, putting on the lap. I'm over it now. Yeah. So it's like, because
people said that he hasn't looked the same since Gemini Man. Because I do like, and I was like, okay, like you obviously he had to change his look for the movie, but like I kind of see where they're coming from. Like, and then it was like, based on timeline, it was like, okay, he does look like he's kind of going through it a little bit. But then the whole August Wilson thing came out publicly. And it's like the natural transition of his physical look. I'm like, this is definitely like...
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when people... And like you said, we don't know him.
Yeah.
And it's hard because what society, what we do is sometimes we project a thing on people. Like, who they killed recently? Not who they killed. You know, media kill people all the time. They're not dead. But sometimes they'll take a scene of a movie or a clip and try to say, "Oh, this is because of that. This has something to do with that. This isn't that." But I think that people do get over it. Jim Carrey over it. You're over Hollywood. So therefore, now Jim Carrey, as crazy and wild as he has been,
he just don't care no more.
He don't care. So his role that he's playing now isn't as crazy and funny. He has a serious different to the point that if you didn't know it was him,
right?
Whoa, that's him because I put on enough for this phase, but I'm no longer this. I'm changing, evolving. Here's something totally different. So that when he comes out with his opinions, they're not as funny because I'm not here to make you laugh anymore. That was the season of my life, and I think when it comes down to Will and Jada, they might have a better relationship behind closed doors than we know. They may be open. Not just open for people, open for conversation, open for dialogue, open just for, and not allowing media to dictate to them how it should go.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not going to shut them all the way down, but I do believe that there's always more to the story. You know, the comedians are roasting Will and Jada.
Jim Carrey came out very publicly about the situation, and he said that he felt that his Oscar should be taken away from him because of that. And people did go in, you know, Black Twitter went in on Jim Carrey, and I don't like, you know, did he deserve the Oscar? Absolutely. You know, I also believe in consequences, but like, it's always the narrative of, are you saying this out of a certain position of you not being recognized, or are you just saying this because you just feel like his behavior is warranted
Yeah.
his Oscar being.
You have to understand. You got to understand the culture of America too.
Yeah.
And then you put it best. You're not going to assault. That's assault. Period.
Yeah.
You know about to assault me, and then I got to give you the one you already won. Period.
Yeah.
Before the assault, you never assaulted, but it's like that. As a representation, don't give people the clout that think that they can do whatever they want. So I don't know their motives. I don't know if they their war because if you want it, you want it. You know what I mean? It is what it was. It is what it is.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's suffering more because now this is hitting his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Because movies that were supposed to be coming out that he starred in, people are not letting him, are not releasing them.
Yeah.
And Netflix made that very clear.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, he had a movie, we're definitely not releasing his movie. Some other platforms, like we said earlier this week, Amazon Prime ain't doing that because they about their money. They like. So
Anchorman should be taken off of all platforms then because of his situation. Because he DWI.
Yeah.
Was that guy that was just on DWI in that movie that he just recently, he was drunk at a bar.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I forgot what movie he
played.
But
my thing is, if you're going to begin to renege and snatch away everybody's successful film or video based off a moment, this is not an everyday occurrence. This is not an all the time thing. We got a whole lot of snatching away to be doing. We be watching ourselves, and it's like, come on, I get it. There's consequences, and I think that, there are consequences. You're just not going to talk about your way with it. Chris Rock didn't press charges. Grateful for that.
Yeah. But they also, it really. For me, in some areas, it does make me question race when it comes to this. Just because, like Nate Parker. I mean, yeah, his name is Nate Parker. Nat
King Cole?
No, Nat. Is it Nate Parker? He did the TV show Underground, and he did the story of Nat Turner.
I'm no help for you. I'm no help. Danielle, where you at? Oh, you're not here? Yes.
I think his name is Nate Parker, but he did the story of Nat. He was in the movie of Nat Turner, and I believe he was the producer of the TV show Underground. And they canceled him. For me, for justifiable reasons. Yeah, Nate Parker.
Yes.
This guy.
Yes.
They canceled him because of the sexual assault charges. But my thing was the guy who did all the Rush Hour movies. Mm-hmm. They're still producing his movies. They're still putting his movies on TV. So at the end of the day, it does come down to, at some aspects, color. Because Harvey Weinstein was still doing his thing with all these allegations. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So for Will, for I guess my perspective is a little bit different with Will. I do believe that race is involved, but because Will broke barriers, he literally crossed over to the point that he was one of the pinnacle actors. It wasn't pinnacle black actors. Yeah. It was he's one of the top pinnacle. He's the Meryl Streep of actors that he had. His consequences, I feel are a little bit higher.
Fact.
Because it would have been if Denzel smacked somebody. We don't look at Denzel as a best black actor. He's just the best, one of the best male actors. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's just,
But the cancel culture is quick and it's easy.
Yeah. And you have to be you got to fight. Listen, when I tell you right now at this point, you got to fight cancel culture, you got to fight them. You got to fight them. Only way I get canceled right now is if Apple decides to kick me out.
And then, if I keep dropping the N-bomb on me and Daniel, we trying to do better.
It's fine. This is for us, for this food.
But it's so easy.
It's so easy. But my thing is just one situation. It's not the fact that the situation occurred. It's just the way that it blows up. which now feeds how you perceive this and how you accept it. So I was like,
but the question I have to ask is, you said that there's a 7-second delay with live recording.
mm-hmm.
So between the 7 seconds, because it was a quick slap,
Mm-hmm.
could they have possibly X out the slap?
No, because it had already happened. Because though it's a delay, you don't have recovery time. You know what I'm saying? It already occurred. Boom, bam. So if you remember the slap was to kind of fake a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
there was like a quick pause and a walk back because this is actually going off live. In their 7 seconds might have been 4 or 5 seconds. You know, they got better equipment,
Right?
Higher level. So it happened so quickly. Mind you, the walk up, they didn't know what was gonna happen.
Right.
Walking up is like, yo, they about to tagline.
Right.
But he goes, you know, that the cock back and smack, boom, wow. Oh, this is why we can't stop the show. You just can't pause, shut it down, or be like, oh, commercial break, boom. Whoa, wow. And Chris had to close himself and keep going.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris was the real MVP for that. I have never in my life seen a black man from Brooklyn get smacked the way that he did. It was just like, wow, okay. So, you know, like, this really just happened. Let's keep going. Like, he made Brooklyn proud because most Brooklyn men probably had saw that and was like, so you did not knock him out? Like, I have respect for Chris for that. I have respect.
Yes.
The fact that you did not turn around and knock Will out, I have respect.
No, facts. So.
Because I don't know if that could. You slapped me. I got all this Jesus I got. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would have just out of reflex.
Yeah.
Swung back.
Yeah.
Like just it would. I don't even think. I wonder how his mind processed it because like natural reaction to most people would be like swing back in defense. Mm-hmm. But I was like, yo, I give him self-control props for that because like the average person would have like, dude, we would have been scrapping at the Oscars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people was like, it was just a shock of it. I was like, no, he cognitively worked that out in his mind. Because he was just like, wow, like that happened. Well, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, look at some local news real quick. You know, Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. That was Tory Lane with Enchanted Waterfall right here on Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. Homegirl Jake Cherie rocking out. It is currently, facts, 21 minutes past the top of the hour, 44 degrees on the outside. We'll take a look at traffic after this break, but listen to me. So, McKinley's high school, all right, had a principal named Miss Barton, right? And Miss Barton was accused of like, I don't say hatred against homosexuality. She was under investigation. Yeah. In regards to hate crimes against homosexuals or LGBTQ, the community. No disrespect to you all. And for 5 years, she has been in like going through it. Mm-hmm. But apparently they came to a settlement. Now you wrote on this paper. Now I just can't give that Ms. Barton, which is Crystal Barton. Yes. The Kelly principal will receive more than $1 million. Yes. In settlement. So I have the breakdown. Yes. Okay. She'll see $200,000 from school districts as a part of the settlement approved on Monday. Mm-hmm. Her lawyer who represented her gets $75,000. Oh. And that's addition, and then she gets an additional $644,877 in salary.
So with the 644,000 plus the 200,000, and then the cost for her lawyer, and then they said that the district also paid it an additional 89,316 for arbitration award. So she got ideally over $1 million.
Ms. Barton, we're just gone. All right, now listen. Now you can go back to McKinley if you want to, and you can go back and do a school thing if you want to. Girl, you better retire, take a trip, be free. I just sad. Her husband was my principal, Mr. Barton.
Mr. Barton
at Seneca, for a time.
I mean, because people was like 75,000 from the lawyer. Okay, but she still is sitting on $844,000. Like, and to get that from Buffalo school systems.
And I think that is, I believe that is where the conflict comes, because what about the schools? What about the children?
Yeah.
What about what they need? What about what's best for them? You know, like.
Yeah, Buffalo Public Schools is
but mind you though, now this is happening,
right.
But they're also getting ready to pay superintendent cash.
Yeah.
Money to stay until next year, I believe. Y'all, we so broke, but we okay.
Like, I just feel like, although I'm happy for her,
right?
Like, I'm very happy for her, you know, because that's a lot when you've been put on paid leave for something that you know you didn't do. Like,
but during paid leave, she got a good amount being left unpaid.
Hold on.
Paid leave.
Wait a minute. It says, in addition to the money the district agreed to pay Barton in the settlement, the district has also agreed this week to pay. Okay, that's her attorney. So she had multiple. Yeah. So I think with her paid leave, it was 15 G's. Is from what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, get your money, big dog. Get your money. I mean, 5 years of dealing with that, I get it.
Yeah. So,
but the schools are going to suffer because of this.
Yes.
Like, it's just going to happen. Yeah. You know, we don't have money for nothing.
Is that NC man?
North Carolina.
North Carolina man.
Yes.
Arraigned in Buffalo court.
Arraigned. In Buffalo court.
Thank you.
For urinating on somebody's house.
That was the word. I didn't know. I didn't.
Sorry, he was urinating on somebody's house. And threatened. So the person was like, pretty much like, yo, stop. Peeing on my house. And he pulled out a gun and was threatening. They said there was 2 guns. He pulled out.
He couldn't hold it.
And threatened them.
Couldn't hold it no more, you know.
And both of the guns were illegal. So you already know.
He was like, yo, I gotta pee. I can't hold. I'm not peeing on myself. Let me get this. Let me pee this out real quick. Get out your way. I was peeing on my house. I don't want the man out here peeing on my house. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. A crazy phone call. But yeah.
So if you gotta go on the side of the stores like everybody else. Listen, where the rats in the room.
I seen a man on the bridge just hop out his car. This is what I said. Oh, he had diabetes. He got sugar intake problems. He can't hold it. He always not here.
I've seen that happen under the viaduct near Kensington, where Kensington High School used to be. Like right there before you. Like, I was like, this must be the go place. Like, everybody just goes here. But, you know, if you don't pee on somebody's house, at least get their permission first.
No, fact. Listen, in other news, Niagara Falls Medical Memorial Center is having an uplifting Black maternal health event awareness and advocacy program on Wednesday, April 13th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at Niagara Falls train station, 850 Depot Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York. To register in advance, you can call 716-278-4274. That's 716-278-4274. They have Davina Moss King will be a speaker. So much happening, but this is for Black maternal health, uplifting the women. So if you're free, join in, rock with them. Let's go down this morning right here on Big Frank on Fire, 716. Peace. One, two. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I got work study. Yeah.
I'm gonna have you read that on the next one.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up extra hours at work so I need to pay off his tuition, Jesus. We gotta start going building shopping too.
yeah.
Start looking around. To me, let's stay again. I just be coming. There's gonna be some things. What time will show? I love the girl. I will be right here. Be right here. Right here. Be right here. UBBSS, a double.
Listen, if y'all want to advertise, y'all let me know. Hit me up 716-371-2780.
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh, Thursday.
Listen, like this has felt like the slowest week possible. It's just like it just felt unnecessarily slow.
No, definitely slow.
Like, because I'm trying to get so much work done this week. I have like a page and some change left on like one of my research papers that's going to be due. And then like after that, I'm like, okay, I may have a possible like PowerPoint, another paper to do or whatever. But like I have like 6 discussion questions for the rest of the semester. I was like, okay, I can do that. Got a final exam, I got to do that. But like I realized that even with this, the Sunday after this, the 24th, I was like, I have an important meeting I have to be at. So I can't, if I come to church, I got to leave at like 2:30. So there's really no point for me to come. Because I have like meetings to take care of. So I was like, school is like really almost over. Like, I was just like, it's enough. Like, school is really just, it is almost over. And like, I'm trying to get so much work done between like this week and next week. So the rest of my next 2 weeks are just smooth sailing because my last exam, one of my exams for one of my classes, she was like, if you like your grade, I think we got blocked. Let me check. Because there's nobody up there. She was like, if you like your grade by the end of the semester, you don't have to take the final exam. Oh, say less. But like I got nervous because we got blocked.
So we got our last break coming up.
I wonder if it's because this microphone is that close.
It could be. It's just certain things will just come through, especially when it's quiet.
Yeah.
Like I told you, everything got a marker.
I was like, ain't nobody on here. But yeah, I was like, I have so much stuff going on, and so like I took the exam for her class. I was like, okay, took the exam. Me and 2 other classmates got 66s on this exam.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, my joint dropped down to a B plus. I was like, take this final exam. She must have realized how trash this exam was, because the next day I woke up, that exam went from a 66 to an 80. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ma'am, I taught this section of the exam, like of the test, because it was on certain chapters. I was like, I taught chapter 9. So the fact that I didn't know some of the answers to the thing that I taught, and I did all terminology, ma'am. Like, I feel bad for her, because like her evaluation is not gonna be good at all. Like, it's like, I'm sorry, your evaluation is gonna be trash. Like, yeah. Sorry, somebody posted a picture. Bishop.
Well, I was at the pizza spot last night talking to this young kid, who actually is my cousin's baby daddy now, apparently.
Oh.
But he was like, yo, man, I was listen, man, you right, this so much, man. Like, I was looking to watch you. I was supposed to watch you. He was like, hey, sorry. I said, like, you know,
I'm going to make myself go see him. Yeah. Like, because I think I just need to have that moment where you just like let everything out. Mm-hmm. Like, it's literally me and you. There's nobody around. I know that you with Jesus and you probably ain't hearing this, but like, I need to like have that moment, like where it becomes 100% real. Yeah. Like, because I had to do that with Peaches. Like, I had to force me. I mean, my dad went with me because he was just like, I want to make sure you know. Mm-hmm. You don't break by yourself, but I had to go see the gravesite. Yeah. And my dad was like, well, it's Leon's birthday and they're buried together, so we might as well go together. Mm-hmm. But like, seeing it made it real. Yeah. Like, I was like, so she really is like, her and my brother are buried together. Like, mm-hmm. This is real. And I think that's what I need from Bishop, mm-hmm. is that I just need to go and have that moment where it's like, this is real. Mm-hmm. Like, cause I don't have the strength to delete him on my phone. Oh. Like, he's still in there. Like, his phone number is still in there. At one point, I couldn't watch Hamilton because his ringtone. I don't know. It's funny to say my phone. Yeah, like I couldn't watch Hamilton for a minute because his ringtone was "Here Come the General." So like anytime I hear like "Here Comes the General," I would just be like, "Oh, Dad!" Like, huh? You said he wasn't saving him? I'm just saying numbers. How do you know my number then? I think yours is saved. I'm the last word. Okay. Not the last 4. That is funny to me. Who was it? I never know. And if I get too like flustered, I'll go to the contact, go to messages. Mm-hmm. I read the text message feed. Be like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm lying. But your number is saved. My wife's number is saved. The lady B's is saved. You just need to go on and save certain phone numbers, dude. Make your life easier. So you ain't gotta read 15 text messages to figure out who it is. I mean, you don't. If I don't know what your number is, by the time you don't talk to me. You talk to Bishop every day, though. So I know his number. So I'm saying, if I don't know, if I gotta go search and find out who you is, I mean, you don't call me. That's fine. That's so dumb. I don't know why. Well, legitimately, if you ever get a 919 number, that's your sister. Mm-hmm. So just let you know ahead of time if there's a 919 number that calls, it's most likely your sister. So don't be like, I don't know who this is. It's most likely her. Yeah. You got a minute. We can make that final thought. I gotta go to chiropractor. Boom. Go get the decals, the magnets, and the flyers. Oh, okay. I think I need to order a Scan Me magnet. I got 2 of the car jobs.
Advertise.
You have completed Johnson and paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just actually thinking about later to do this. Advertise.
I got a meeting today with Keith. I was supposed to have it yesterday, but I canceled it because I just wanted to take care of some business.
To see. Then, hey, Kim. Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. That was Dance With Me by Mello the Fellow and Kelly Anderson right here out of Western New York. I mean, you know, listen, if you got music, please send it to 716, nope, fire716radio@gmail.com. Send your music. I'll play. Listen to me, y'all. I'm gonna say this. Send me radio edited music.
Mm-hmm.
If I get some more MFers and Bs, and it won't be played. And then, like, if it's like one or two cuss words throughout the situation, I can edit that.
Right.
But if you come on with the first 30 seconds, you done said 4 or 5 cuss. I'm not
We
playing.
need the Walmart version.
So in fact, so all my artists out there, when you cut your track and being creative, do that. And when they mix it and master it, pay for the explicit version and play for the radio version, because you're not going to get the clout you want on certain platforms. I'm just saying, and I'm just giving you the word. That's just the word.
Yes.
Jay Cherie, what's your final thought for the people?
Well, you know, first we want to just make sure y'all know about Let's Be a Lady 2022 Purified by Faith.
Yeah.
It's April 21st to the 23rd, 7 p.m. nightly. Saturday is the Purification Clinic with Bishop and Dr. Melanie Stiles. I love both of them. You know, Dr. Melanie Stiles is my shero. This is hosted by Pastor Bertha Brinson of Covenant of Grace, New York, 4600 Union Road, Chickawaga, New York. If you want to attend, you can cash out Lady Bambi. That's BAMBI number 7. It's $25.
Also remember that every Thursday, that means today, Thursday. Is it Wednesday?
Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday. Pros and Poor Professional Mixer, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Food, drink specials. Also, take a solar moment. We'll podcast there as well. Going down at Janae Sequoia Soul Food Cuisine. That is 1633 Hurdle Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14216. For more information, give a call 716-440-1065.
Yes.
Your DJ Shotty Swag will be in there doing it.
Yeah. But as far as my final thoughts,
Yeah.
you know, for like I said in Big Girl Chronicles, forgiveness does not mean access. We have to stop getting to the fact that we continue to keep letting people hurt us just because they said that they were sorry. Sometimes you just gotta cut the access.
Yeah.
Forgive them, and then baby gotta let her go. So
It looks like another kicking.
so you know your worth enough to know that everybody is not meant to have access, even if they apologize.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
It's
just time to shine. You know? It's just time to shine. It's time. I know stars don't shine, they burn. But whatever the case is, it's time to illuminate and to enlighten and to be bright, to be evolved. Enough is enough. There's another level. See yourself in a new light, but be the light. By the light, for the light.
Because Jesus is the light of the world.
Fact. Here's a little light. All right, y'all. It's going down. Big Frank. I'll let y'all tomorrow. We'll turn up. We'll be lit. It's going down right here. Killing me softly. Fuji's on fire. 7, 1, 6.
You heard?
Yo.
With his fingers. I really have one last page left.